Okay, so if you guys haven't seen my video on Minilad, I'll have it in the description. Basically, in my video, I explained how Minilad ended his career by backstabbing his YouTube friends and getting exposed for sexting with minors. If you're wondering if he got charged for the shit he did, well, he didn't. Basically, he escaped America and went back to Northern Ireland where he originally grew up to avoid getting charged. But of course, his excuse was to see his family. He also made another bullshit excuse on why he left by blaming on his mental health. So yeah, now that you're caught up to speed, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about his apology, quotation marks, on the sexting with minors drama. So yeah, let's watch it.
After this all came out, I did make a statement on this over on my Twitter, but now I think is the correct time to sit down and make a video addressing it. The first thing that I wanted to talk about with these allegations is I've never physically met them before, nor have I physically abused anybody across the board. I want to make people aware of that because those are serious allegations and I wanted to put those rumors to bed.
What the fuck, Minnie? The girls that came out never accused you of meeting them physically and abusing them physically. That was never a point. Craig, where have you got this point from?
The next point that I wanted to bring up that I've seen is people wondering why I went back to Northern Ireland or what the reason that I went home to Northern Ireland was. The main reason and the only reason is that I wanted to see my family. For those who don't know, I'm not American. I'm half English, I'm half Northern Irish. I have no family here in America. I've spent most of my years living in Northern Ireland and I only moved to America in 2016. 2020 has been a crazy year for all of us, and with COVID, it's restricted us going home and seeing our families or seeing our friends, and after a crazy year, I decided to go home for 5 weeks and go back and spend time with the people who I love and trust.
Okay, Craig, if that is the actual reason you went back to Northern Ireland, then fine. But I find that hard to believe because the day you got exposed for all this shit, you jumped on a plane back to Northern Ireland. Sounds very inconvenient to me. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Then the rest of the video, Minnie just talks about his therapy, which I don't have a response to, but yeah, that was his response to the sexting with minors drama. And that is probably the response I've seen in a long time. Not once did Craig talk about the details of the sexting with minors drama, but talk about a point that didn't even exist. If it did exist, the girls would have mentioned it. Also, Minnie, where's the apology? Where in the video do you apologize for what you did to those girls? I know he did it on Twitter, but why not in this video? Anyway, here's the second part of the video where he talks about the new allegations on him. Long story short, this girl on Twitter called Miles came out with her experience with Minilad at a camp called Camp 17. She basically explained how Minilad was being really weird around the young girls that were there. Apparently, Minnie would sit really close to them and call them pretty and just weird things. I'm not going to talk about this topic because these are allegations and there hasn't been any proof of Craig doing creepy shit to those girls, except for a couple girls just coming out with their experiences. So yeah, after watching this video, I've come to the conclusion that Minilad isn't sorry. If you were sorry, Craig, you would have addressed all the details of the drama that you had sexting minors. If you were sorry, Craig, you would have apologized, not on Twitter, but on your video to each of the girls you hurt. You can sit there and manipulate your audience with your humble tone, expecting people to forgive you. But Craig, remember this. We know what you've done, and I say this again, you cannot hide forever.